What's going on? How y'all doing out there? This video gonna be about George Floyd's family receiving $27 million, and that's now considered a record. Um, it's not enough. It should be $227 million plus reparations. I mean, let's be realistic. There were 4 cops. Multiply that times plus reparations, plus mental stress, plus the revelation that George Floyd has been on the entire world beyond America. Because George Floyd has been a revelation. Now, will there be justice? Or will this be a payout? That is the big question mark. Because like with Breonna Taylor, they paid out, but they didn't, there was no justice. So will there be justice this time? They paying $27 million out. They have to pretty much make the Minneapolis Police Department null and void. That should just about be kaput. I mean, I can't imagine that the police can have a leg to stand on in Minneapolis behind this, because that's an admission of a big time guilt. I mean, I don't know what says you're more guilty than that kind of settlement, because I'm going to say it like this. As much as they stand behind the blue screen, blue shield, the Klansmen, that's what they really are. The entitlement of privilege is what they really are. This knocks away down a lot of pegs. This is felt and reverberates. And this is huge. But it doesn't begin to do half what happened to George Floyd. It doesn't begin to. Because white authority thinks they can always put the foot on black men and black people's necks. From slavery through now. And that's the real pandemic within the pandemic. That's the virus that keeps on giving, that there is no mask and there is no cure for. Wish the scientists could go run into the lab and create a shot in the arms and in the behind to the brain to make racism go away. But you won't find the anti-Jim Crow cure, because they don't want to. And the only way you make amends beyond reparations is to tear everything that you've ever known to shreds and tell the truth. And the truth is coming out slowly but surely. This pandemic has been a racial revelation from here to England and abroad and around. And it ain't over. See, I truly believe God's will is like, this is a reach that's not is a reach to teach. Environmental, systematic, entitlement, and white privilege gots to go. You see. And George Floyd was a revelation. And prayers and thoughts are with his daughter and his family, because there is no amount of money can bring him back. And what he experienced was the reality of what black folks experience in this country every single day. Every single day. Systematic institution. And I tell you all the time, can't trust the government, can't trust none of them. FBI, CIA, all of them. Police, all of them. Because Jim Crow has ancestors and trees. And it's scary that it took George Floyd a year ago come this May to make people see stuff in 2020. Because I'm going to be real with you. That's the main reason why Joe Biden got Kamala Harris. You really think that he would have picked her if it wasn't for the George Floyd reaction and reverberation? Do you really think you see these statues coming down? Do you really think that the NFL, NBA, and forget the NFL because they still didn't do right by Colin Kaepernick, but do you think the NFL, NBA, baseball, NASCAR, all that would have had slogans and logans and all this stuff if it wasn't for George Floyd? That's why it should be 227, not 27. You need to send a real message to these racist, institutionalized police thugs who think they can kill black folks and get the green light. A real message need to be sent. Because we ain't even... It's It's a drop in the bucket. And the way they throwing money out between that and the government, won't you get off them reparations too and get George Floyd's family and put his face on us? What you should do is put George Floyd's name on the FBI and take J. Edgar Hoover away. That's what you should do. Because you've seen real change. Sadly. That's my thoughts and takes about the George Floyd $27 million settlement. Not near enough. Plus reparations should be in there too. Give me your thoughts and your takes. I welcome thoughts. I would appreciate if you hit that like and subscribe. And I do respond back. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for one another. And it's just beginning. Revelations. Biblical reality. The racism. The inhumane justice that black folks have had to deal with over 400 plus years in this country. It's just getting started about getting things right. Believe that.